So we didn't do scene 10. We cut that out, but we did do scene 11, and scene 11 is one of the biggest scenes, and it involves all of the cast kind of. So it's kind of really hard to direct and place people where they weren't blocking or where like they weren't getting as much like view as the other people would do. So the start of the scene is where they're just walking through the forest, the group of them, and they come on from the left hand side of the stage, and they all separate into different areas of the stage. So they're not in one big group clump, and like so it's like a nice spread out stage, and basically the only reason why they stay in this area is because Petra is tired and she wants to sleep, so she lays down in the middle of the uh, my brain middle of the stage. That's it. That's the right word. And basically they're talking to her, saying, "Oh, get up, come on." And then suddenly Michael says he can see something like fire and stuff. So like when he says that, all the group members except for David because David stays in the middle, but all the people go to the right hand side to see what this light is and what this fire is. And then that's when the fringe people come in, and basically Fringe One, which is Med, basically went behind David, got like directed him as in getting him by the mouth, slowly putting him down on his knees, and when Mark says, "I can't see anyone," and then when Mark says that, then Petra turns around and says, "I can smell food, David." And when she says David, she sees the French people, and she kind of like freaks out, backs away a bit, and then the rest of the group turns around, and then there's this like little speeches between each fringe person, like, "Oh, they're children, what are they doing here?" Like loads of questions kind of thing, but really short, snappy sentences. And basically did us asking a question of where they're from, why they're doing here, and stuff like that. And when you first see the French people, like, "Oh my god, they're scary," kind of thing. And that's what they think of the group. However, through this the scene, you can see how they get more human-like, and they are they're the same as them, kind of thing. However, in this bit, so they throw when they have that bit, like a little speech bit, like asking questions, they throw back David into the group, and they steal a map from him, that map which Axel gave him, and they're basically saying, "What's this? Blah 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 blah," and they're saying like basically where they're from, Wacknung, and like how they hate Wacknung, like and stuff like that. And then sorry. And then one of the French people says, "The other two members," and they're like, "What other two members?" And David's like, "Is it Sophie? Is it Sophie?" And then they say, "Oh, let's go back to my camp." So they take the French people. They take the telekinesis people to the Fringe camp, where they find Sophie and Mary, and basically it's basically a reunion, and they basically just say they're the same. We're not like they weren't captured. They were like took in and fed and like watered and saved and kind of thing. So it was like basically a nice turn on the audience, basically saying these are normal people and they take care of each other, even though they're from Wacknock and stuff like that, and they got like tortured from there. They still have these people they've just met. So we really wanted like use like the change of expressions in the fringe people, especially from the start and the beginning. So we made them really like kind of nasty and very spiteful at the beginning, and then at the end made them very respectable and very like easy to talk to kind of thing with the audience. And then they give him back the map, gives it back to David, and then they stay there for the night, basically, and it just ends on them all going to sleep, and then it transitions into the next scene, which is scene 12, which I'm going to talk about in the next vlog. So.